Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1141 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Addis Information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Status information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, status information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, status information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, status information Lima, time 1157 Zulu, wind 130 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 30, dew point 26, QNH 1006. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 19 right and 20 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 19 left and 20 right, advise on initial contact, you have information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, China Southern 932 Victor Golf, ready to taxi to runway 19 left with information Lima.
Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, China Southern 931 Victor Golf Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 19 left.
Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, India First 022, taxi to gate 228 at the Terminal 1.
Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, China Southern 114 Quebec Romeo, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 19 left.
China Southern 931 Victor Golf Heavy, taxi to runway 19 left, contact tower when ready. China Eastern 5734, runway 19 left, taxi via Juliet 18, Foxtrot, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot 2, contact tower when ready.
Malaysia 376 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 2 right.
China Southern 101 India November, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, China Southern 101 India November.
China Southern 002 Victor Golf, pushback approved, tail to the north. Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, Emirates 343 Victor Alpha, ready to taxi to runway 19 left with information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, China Southern 451 Victor Golf, ready for pushback. China Southern 216 in November. Pushback approved, tail to the north. China Southern 51 Victor Golf, pushback approved. Approved, tail to the north, China Southern 451 Victor Golf. Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, fish ready for pushback with information runway 20 right. Guangzhou Baiyun Ground, India First 022, request taxi to gate 228 at the Terminal 1.
Taxi to runway 19 left, November 299 Foxtrot Uniform.
Young ground, China Southern 133 India November, ready for pushback.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 214 India November, ready for pushback with information Lima.
Air China 1872 Heavy, runway 20 right, taxi via Lima 15, Alpha, Lima 2. China Southern 214 India November, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, China Southern 214 India November.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 200 India November, ready for pushback, requesting runway 20 right.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 20 right. China Eastern 5734, taxi to Terminal 2 gate 257. Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 002 Victor Golf, ready to taxi to runway 19 left with information Lima. Taxiing to Terminal 2 gate 257, China Eastern 5734. Canaan 7523, pushback approved, tail to the west.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 608 India November, ready for pushback, requesting runway 19 left.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 3419, ready for pushback with information Mike, requesting runway 20 right.
Taxiing to runway 19 left, China Southern 001 Charlie Zulu. Taxiing to runway 19 left via Juliet 11, Foxtrot, Foxtrot 2, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 417 Heavy, ready for pushback, requesting runway 19 left.
China Southern 3499, hold position. Holding position, China Southern 3499. China Southern 618 India November, hold position. Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 203 India November, ready for pushback. China Southern 216 India November, taxi to runway 20 right, contact tower when ready. Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Canaan 7523, ready to taxi to runway 20 right with information Lima. Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 617 Super, ready for pushback with information Mike.
Taxiing to runway 20 right, China Southern 101 India November.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Canaan 7523, ready to taxi to runway 20 right with information Lima. China Southern 5528 Super, pushback approved, tail to the north. Taxiing to runway 20 right via Lima 15, Alpha, Lima 22, Alpha 1, Canaan 7523. Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 20 right.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 404 India November, ready for pushback.
China Southern
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 214 India November, ready to taxi with information Lima.
China Southern 875 Victor Golf, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, China Southern 417 Heavy.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 20 right.
China Southern 214 India November, runway 19 left, taxi via Juliet 18, Foxtrot, Fox.
Taxiing to runway 19 left via Juliet 18, Foxtrot, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot 2, China Southern 214 India November.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 19 left.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, China Southern 3419, ready to taxi to runway 20 right with information Mike.
Pushback approved, tail to the south, China Southern 3499.
Guangzhou Baiyun ground, Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 20 right.
Guangzhou Beiyang ground, China Southern 5735, ready to taxi to runway 19 left. China Southern 5778 heavy, pushback approved, tail to the east. Guangzhou Beiyang ground, Alpha 6 Mike Alpha November, request taxi to gate 207 at the Terminal 1.
Taxiing to runway 19 left, China Southern 222 India November. Guangzhou Beiyang ground, China Southern 726 India November, ready to taxi to runway 19 left with information Lima.
Guangzhou Beiyang ground, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, ready for pushback with information Mike, requesting runway 20 right. Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha, pushback approved, tail to the east. Guangzhou Beiyang ground, Air China 4342, ready for pushback with information Lima. China Southern 726 India November, taxi to runway 19 left, contact tower when ready.
Guangzhou Beiyang ground, Sichuan 723 Sierra Charlie, ready for pushback, requesting runway 20 right.
Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, pushback approved. China Southern 3489 Super, request frequency change. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, pushback approved, tail to the north. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. Guangzhou Beiyang ground, Air China 986 Victor Alpha, ready for pushback, requesting runway 19 left.
Pushback approved, tail to the south, China Southern 955 India November.
Singapore 555 Sierra Quebec heavy, when we will turn right, hold short runway 20 right. Alaska 737, line up and wait runway 20 right.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, Alaska 737.
Guangzhou Beiyang Tower, China Southern 5735, ready for departure at runway 19 left, departing straight out.
Shenzhen Air 52 Hotel Yankee, request permission to cross runway 2 left.
Shenzhen Air 52 Hotel Yankee, cross runway 20 right.
Crossing runway 20 right, Shenzhen Air 52 Hotel Yankee. Continue taxi, Alaska 737.
Emirates 005 Victor Alpha, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, Emirates 005 Victor Alpha.
November 299 Foxtrot uniform, frequency tuned approved, good day. Guangzhou Beiyang Tower, China Southern 002 Victor Golf, ready for departure at runway 19 left, departing straight out. Shenzhen Air 52 Hotel Yankee, contact Guangzhou Beiyang ground on 121.75.
Contacting Guangzhou Beiyang ground on 121.75, Shenzhen Air 52 Hotel Yankee.
Guangzhou Beiyang Tower, Emirates 343 Victor Alpha, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing south.
Wilco, Air France 23.
Thank you, good day, China Southern 011 India November.
China Southern 002 Victor Golf, line up and wait runway 19 left. Emirates 363 Heavy, line up and wait runway 20 right. Air France 23, contact Guangzhou Beiyang ground on 121.75.
Contacting Guangzhou Beiyang ground on 121.75, Air France 23.
Guangzhou Beiyang Tower, Inspect 001, inbound on the ILS runway 19 right.
Crossing runway 20 right, China Southern 634. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 002 Victor Golf. Line up and wait runway 19 left, Emirates 343 Victor Alpha. Cathay 689 Alpha Heavy, Roger.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 20 left, China Southern 328 Heavy.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 19 right, Cathay 689 Alpha Heavy.
Number 3, clear to land, runway 19 right, Inspect 001.
Romeo Alpha 7603 Alpha, line up and wait runway 20 right. Line up and wait runway 20 right, Romeo Alpha 7603 Alpha. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 159 X-ray Super. Emirates 343 Victor Alpha, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Guangzhou Dialing Tower, China Southern 214 India November, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing south.
Romeo Alpha 7603 Alpha, wind 140 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Romeo Alpha 7603 Alpha. Dragon 447, line up and wait runway 20 right. Wilco, Sadia 167 India November Heavy.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, Dragon 447.
China Southern 159 X-ray Super, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 451 Victor Golf.
Wilco, China Southern 304.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Air Serbia 988 is 17 nautical miles to the north of 5,800 feet, inbound for landing with information Lima, requesting runway 20 left.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, China Southern 418, inbound on the ILS runway 19 right.
Frequency change approved November 299 Foxtrot Uniform, good day.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Dragon 447.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 451 Victor Golf. Frequency change approved China Southern 159 X-ray Super, good day. Lufthansa 74, line up and wait runway 20 right.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, Lufthansa 74.
Cathay 9 East 2 Heavy, wind 140 at 11, number 2, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Number 3, cleared to land, runway 19 right, China Southern 418. Romeo Alpha 7603 Alpha, frequency change approved, good day. China Southern 328 Heavy, when able turn right, hold short runway 20 right.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec, ready for departure in sequence at runway 20 right, departing west.
China Southern 5735, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Air China 311 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 20 right, departing east.
Lufthansa 74, wind 140 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Lufthansa 74.
Sadia 167 India November Heavy, request permission to cross runway 20 left. Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, China Southern 889 India November, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing south. Holding short runway 20 left, Sadia 167 India November Heavy. Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right. China Southern 889 India November, line up and wait runway 19 left. Cathay 689 Alpha Heavy, contact Guangzhou Baiyun ground on 121.75. Contacting Guangzhou Baiyun ground on 121.75, Cathay 689 Alpha Heavy. Bravo Hotel Bravo Delta, wind 140 at 11, number 3, runway 19 right, cleared to land.
Dragon 447, request frequency change.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, Air China 311 Heavy.
Wilco, China Eastern 44.
Sadia 167 India November Heavy, cross runway 20 left, please expedite. Inspect 001, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. China Southern 889 India November, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 889 India November. Contacting Guangzhou Baiyun ground on 121.75, Sadia 167 India November Heavy. Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Singapore 4, ready for departure at runway 19 left, departing south. Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Singapore 620. Lufthansa 74, contact Guangzhou Baiyun ground on 12. China Southern 001 Charlie Zulu, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 001 Charlie Zulu. Line up and wait runway 19 left, Singapore 4. China Southern 1218, wind 140 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 245 Sierra Charlie, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. Wilco, China Southern 245 Sierra Charlie. Air China 311 Heavy, wind 140 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Air China 311 Heavy.
Singapore 4, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Line up and wait runway 20 right, Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec. Cathay 9 East 2 Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Wilco, Cathay 9 East 2 Heavy. Malaysian 245, wind 140 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land.
Number 3, cleared to land, runway 20 left, Malaysian 245.
China Southern 5778 Heavy, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 5778 Heavy. Indonesia 907, line up and wait runway 20 right. China Southern 418, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, Hawaiian 707 is 13 nautical miles to the north at 4,500 feet, inbound for landing. Wilco, China Southern 418. China Southern 5778 Heavy, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 5778 Heavy. Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, China Southern 376, inbound on the ILS runway 20 left with information Lima. Hawaiian 707, wind 140 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Indonesia 907, wind 140 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Line up and wait runway 20 right, Singapore 620 Sierra Quebec. Dragon 447, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Dragon 447, good day.
Singapore 620 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right.
Air China 311 Heavy, request frequency change.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, China Southern 3489 Super, ready for departure at runway 20 right, departing south. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, good day. China Southern 157 India November, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 157 India November.
Wilco, Air 30 and 988.
Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right. China Southern 3489 Super, your number 2 for departure. Roger, China Southern 3489 Super. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 417 Heavy. Bravo Hotel Bravo Delta, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. Going around, Emirates 472 Heavy. Frequency change approved Indonesia 907, good day. Emirates 472 Heavy, roger, fly runway heading runway 1.
Guangzhou Baiyun Tower, China Southern 214 India November, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing south.
China Eastern 3236, wind 140 at 11, number 1, runway 19 right, cleared to land. China Southern 417 Heavy, wind 140 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 19 right, China Eastern 3236. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 417 heavy.
Singapore 89 East Sierra Quebec, wind 140 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
China Southern 1218, request frequency change.
China Southern 1218, hold short of runway 20 right. Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, wind 140 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land. China Southern 875 Victor Golf, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 875 Victor Golf. China Southern 3489 Super, line up and wait runway 20 right. Line up and wait runway 20 right, China Southern 3489 Super. Malaysian 245, when able turn right, hold short runway 20 right.
Wilco, Malaysian 245.
Air Serbia 988, cross runway 20 right. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Finnair 580, inbound on the ILS runway 19 right.
Crossing runway 20 right, Air Serbia 988.
China Southern 1218, cross runway 20 right, please expedite. Malaysian 245, cross runway 20 right, please expedite.
Thank you. Good day, Air Serbia 988.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 875 Victor Golf.
Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, China Southern 608 India November, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing west.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 19 right, Finnair 580.
Frequency change approved, China Southern 417 heavy, good day.
Hawaiian 707, exit runway when able, hold short runway 20 right. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, ready for departure at runway 20 right, departing south. Wilco, Hawaiian 707.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 726 India November.
Hawaiian 707, cross runway 20 right, please expedite. Malaysian 245, contact Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75. Crossing runway 20 right, Hawaiian 707. Hawaiian 707, contact Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75. China Eastern 3236, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, China Eastern 3236.
China Southern 306 India November, wind 130 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. China Southern 608 India November, line up and wait runway 19 left.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 306 India November.
China Eastern 3236, request frequency change.
China Eastern 3236, contact Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75.
Contacting Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75, China Eastern 3236.
China Southern 608 India November, wind 130 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. China Southern 1328, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 1328. China Southern 306 India November, contact Guangzhou approach on 120.4. China Southern 376, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway.
Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, China Southern 306 India November.
China Southern 1328, wind 130 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Wilco, China Southern 376. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Southern 1328. China Southern 600 heavy, wind 130 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Cathay 953, ready for departure in sequence at runway 19 left, departing south. Cathay 953, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, Cathay 953. Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right. Line up and wait runway 20 right, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 608 India November, contact Guangzhou approach on 120.4. China Southern 1328, please expedite. Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, China Southern 3100 heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 19 left.
Wilco, Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf.
Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, hold position. Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, contact Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75.
Contacting Guangzhou Baiyuan ground on 121.75, Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf.
Finnair 580, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, line up and wait runway 20 right. Wilco, Finnair 580. China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy, line up and wait runway 19 left. Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy. China Southern 86, wind 130 at 11, number 3, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Nippon Cargo 2184, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec. Wilco, Nippon Cargo 2184. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Korean Air 131 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 19 right. Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, Cathay 953. Line up and wait runway 20 right, Air China 1 East 72 Heavy. China Southern 085 India November, line up and wait runway 19 left. China Southern 3100 Heavy, unable. China Southern 3100 Heavy, please check assigned runway. Air China 1 East 72 Heavy, wind 130 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Kunming 7523, line up and wait runway 20 right. Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Air China 1 East 72 Heavy. China Southern 085 India November, wind 130 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, iFly 1924, ready for departure in sequence at runway 20 right, departing west.
Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec. China Eastern 5732 Heavy, line up and wait runway 19 left. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Air Force 250, inbound on the ILS runway 20 left. Air China 1 East 72 Heavy, contact Guangzhou approach on 120.4. Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, Air China 1 East 72 Heavy. Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, China Eastern 838, ready for departure at runway 19 left, departing north. Cleared for takeoff, runway 19 left, China Eastern 5732 Heavy.
China Southern 726 India November, request frequency change.
China Southern 600 Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Kunming 7523.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, iFly 1924.
Guangzhou Baiyuan Tower, Green City 6631, ready for departure at runway 20 right, departing north. China Southern 015 Quebec Romeo, hold position. China Eastern 838, wind 130 at 11, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Approaching runway 19 left.
Kunming 7523, contact Guangzhou approach on 120.4. Thank you, good day, China Eastern 5732 Heavy. China Southern 214 India November, line up and wait runway 19 left.
Entered runway 19 left.
Alaska 737, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Nippon Cargo 2184, request permission to cross runway 20 left. China Southern 214 India November, wind 130 at 11, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Green City 6631, wind 13.
Clear for takeoff, runway 20 right, China Southern 214 India November.
Line up and wait runway 20 right, Air India 777. Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha, line up and wait runway 19 left.
Line up and wait runway 19 left, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
China Southern 222 India November, line up and wait runway 19 left. Guangzhou Bayan Tower, Qantas 24 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 19 right.
Line up and wait runway 19 left, China Southern 222 India November.
Emirates 472 Heavy, wind 130 at 11, number 1, runway 19 right, cleared to land. Air Force 250, wind 130 at 11, number 1, runway 20 left, cleared to land. Nippon Cargo 2184, hold short of runway 20 left. Holding short runway 20 left, Nippon Cargo 2184. Guangzhou Bayan Tower, Cathay 761, inbound on the ILS runway 20 left. Line up and wait runway 20 right, China Southern 13 Alpha. China Southern 214 India November, contact Guangzhou approach on 120.4.
Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, China Southern 214 India November. Guangzhou approach, China Southern 214 India November, with US 2500.
Contacting Guangzhou approach on 126.35, November 389 Golf Echo. Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, via China Southern 214 India November, radar contact. Bravo 7997 is 12 nautical miles northwest of Guangzhou Bayan at 5,300 feet, requesting visual approach runway 19 right at Guangzhou Bayan. Guangzhou approach, Vietnam Airlines 1357, with you at 11,500. China Eastern 5732 Heavy, requesting climb to flight level 360.
Guangzhou approach, China Southern 308, with you at 16,000.
Guangzhou approach, Dynasty 5440, with you at 26,300.
Contacting Guangzhou approach on 120.4, China Southern 138.
Bravo 7997, turn right heading 100, descend and maintain 3000. China Southern 386 is 25 nautical miles northeast of Guangzhou Bayan at 6,400 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 20 left at Guangzhou Bayan. Turn right heading 100, descend and maintain 3000, Bravo 7997. China Southern 157 Alpha November, turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 8000.
China Southern 138 is 21 nautical miles north of Guangzhou Bayan at 8,600 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 20 left at Guangzhou Bayan.
Turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 8000, China Southern 157 Alpha November. China Southern 138, descend and maintain 5000, maintain 5000 until established on the localizer, clear.
China Southern 214 India November, request frequency change.
Guangzhou approach, China Southern 617 Super, with you at 1800. Bravo 7997, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 19 right at Guangzhou Bayan. Roger, Bravo 7997. Cathay 270 Victor Alpha is 21 nautical miles northeast of Shenzhen Baoan at 19,700 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Guangzhou Baiyun. November 389 Golf Echo, turn left heading 240. Turn left heading 240, November 389 Golf Echo. China Southern 138, expect vectors for the ILS approach. China Southern 214 India November, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. China Southern 214 India November, good day.
Kunming Changshui Airport, ATIS information Alpha, time 1350 Zulu, wind variable at 9, visibility 21, temperature 19, dew point 18, QNH 1015. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 21 and 22 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 21 and 22 left, advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha. Kunming Changshui Airport, ATIS information Alpha, time 1350 Zulu, wind variable at 9, visibility 21, temperature 19, dew point 18, QNH 1015. Remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 21 and 22 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 21 and 22 left, advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha. Kunming Changshui Airport, ATIS information Alpha, time 1350 Zulu, wind variable at 9, visibility 21, temperature 19, dew point. Air China 1872 Heavy, turn right heading 040. Hainan 7523, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15. Turn right heading 040, Air China 1872 Heavy. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec.
Turn right heading 360, Air China 1 Heavy.
China Southern 001 Charlie Zulu, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, China Southern 001 Charlie Zulu. Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec, thank you, good day. Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. Singapore 620 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 050.
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, Singapore 010 Sierra Quebec.
Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, descend and maintain 10,000. Turn right heading 050, Singapore 620 Sierra Quebec. Air China 1 Heavy, turn right heading 350. China Southern 306 India November, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Turn right heading 350, Air China 1 Heavy.
China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy, descend and maintain 13,000.
Reduce speed to 250 knots. China Southern 306 India November.
Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 320, descend and maintain flight level 180. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 130, descend and maintain 11,000. Turn right heading 130, descend and maintain 11,000, Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 889 India November, turn right heading 260, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, China Southern 3456. China Southern 011 India November, turn left heading 260, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 130.
Turn left heading 260, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left, China Southern 011 India November.
Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 030, descend and maintain 12,000. Roger, Singapore 620 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 214 India November, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Reduce speed to 250 knots, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 1328, increase speed to 250 knots. Increase speed to 250 knots, China Southern 1328. China Southern 3489 Super, please follow instructions or you will be reported. Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 250, maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, Cleared ILS runway 21 approach. China Southern 3489 Super, turn left heading 360, maintain 11,000. Turn right heading 250, maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21, Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 3456, contact Kunming Qingshui Tower on 118.1. Turn left heading 360, maintain 11,000, China Southern 3489 Super. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec.
Turn right heading 060, Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec.
China Southern 306 India November, turn left heading 320, descend and maintain 9,000.
Turn left heading 320, descend and maintain 9,000, China Southern 306 India November.
Air China 1 Heavy, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Qingshui. Turn left heading 300, China Southern 3489 Super.
Turn right heading 360, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 350.
China Southern 608 India November, requesting ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Qingshui.
China Southern 214 India November, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Qingshui.
China Southern 306 India November, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 3489 Super.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 306 India November.
China Southern 306 India November, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Qingshui. Air China 1 Heavy, turn left heading 040.
Roger, China Southern 306 India November.
Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec. China Southern 214 India November, descend and maintain 14,000.
Descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 1328, descend and maintain 11,000. China Southern 608 India November, descend and maintain 13,000. Descend and maintain 11,000, China Southern 1328. Descend and maintain 12,000, Cathay 67 Heavy. China Southern 011 India November, contact Kunming Qingshui Tower on 118.1.
Descend and maintain 13,000, China Southern 608 India November.
Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec, contact Kunming Qingshui Tower on 118.1. Contacting Kunming Qingshui Tower on 118.1, Singapore 093 Sierra Quebec.
Turn right heading 150, Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec.
Descend and maintain 12,000, Air China 1872 Heavy. Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Qingshui. Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Qingshui. Roger, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec.
Roger, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
Singapore 851, turn right heading 080. Singapore 851, please expedite altitude change. Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec, turn right heading 180, maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS run. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 040.
Turn right heading 040, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 5528 Super, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15. China Southern 3419, descend and maintain 14,000.
Descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 3419. China Southern 5528 Super, requesting descent via LXI 11 Alpha arrival.
Kunming approach, Chongqing 96 Heavy, with you at 30,000.
China Southern 3489 Super, turn turn right heading 180, maintain 11,000. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 360. China Southern 214 India November, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui.
Descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 5528 Super.
China Southern 5528 Super, adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead. China Southern 3419, adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead. Kunming approach, China Eastern 5734, with you at 30,700.
Adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead, China Southern 5528 Super.
Air China 1 Heavy, turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach.
Adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead, China Southern 3419.
China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy, turn left heading 310, descend and maintain 10,000.
Turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left, Air China 1 Heavy.
China Southern 3489 Super, request frequency change.
Reduce speed to 220 knots, Chongqing 96 Heavy.
Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha, turn right heading 020.
Turn right heading 030, descend and maintain 12,000, Chongqing 96 Heavy.
Air China 1 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Air China 1 Heavy.
China Eastern 5734, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui. Turn left heading 300, Singapore 851. Singapore 898 Sierra Quebec, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. Air China 1 Heavy, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1.
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, Air China 1 Heavy. Turn right heading 070, Chongqing 96 Heavy.
China Southern 608 India November, turn right heading 040.
Turn right heading 040, China Southern 608 India November.
Turn right heading 030, China Southern 1328.
Turn right heading 040, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy, turn left heading 260, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Turn right heading 350, Singapore 851. Turn right heading 120, descend and maintain 11,000, Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, requesting descent to 14,000. Roger, Singapore 851. China Southern 152 Victor Golf Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. China Eastern 5734, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, turn left heading 310, descend and maintain 14,000. Turn left heading 310, descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, reduce speed to 250 knots. Reduce speed to 250 knots, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. China Eastern 5734, reduce speed to 230 knots. China Southern 3419, turn right heading 070. Singapore 851, turn left heading 300. Turn left heading 300. China Southern 214 India November, turn left heading 330.
Turn left heading 330, China Southern 214 India November.
Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, execute missed approach, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 11,000.
Executing missed approach, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 11,000, Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf.
China Southern 5528 Super, turn left heading 330. China Southern 5528 Super, please follow instructions. China Southern 5528 Super, turn left heading 310, maintain 14,000.
Turn left heading 310, maintain 14,000, China Southern 5528 Super.
China Southern 3419, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 030.
Turn right heading 030, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 5528 Super, turn left heading 310.
Turn right heading 360, Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf.
Turn left heading 310, China Southern 5528 Super.
Air China 1872 Heavy, request frequency change. China Southern 5528 Super, reduce speed to 220 knots. China Southern 3419, turn left heading 020. China Eastern 5734, turn right heading 040.
Reduce speed to 220 knots, China Southern 5528 Super.
China Southern 214 India November, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, turn right heading 350, descend and maintain 11,000. Turn right heading 350, descend and maintain 11,000, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 340, descend and maintain 15,000. Turn right heading 340, descend and maintain 15,000, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. Cathay 67 Heavy, turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 10,000. China Southern 1328, descend and maintain 10. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 050.
Roger.
Turn right heading 050, China Southern 214 India November.
Turn right heading 180, maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
China Southern 3419, descend and maintain 12,000. China Southern 608 India November, descend and maintain 10,000.
Kunming approved. Air China 017, review 25,800.
Descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 3419.
Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, turn right heading 040. Singapore 332 Sierra Quebec, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. China Southern 3419, turn right heading 040.
Turn right heading 040, China Southern 3419.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, reduce speed to 250 knots. China Southern 5528 Super, expect vectors for the China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 13,000.
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, Bravo 456 Charlie Alpha.
China Southern 1328, turn left heading 300. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, turn right heading 050. Turn left heading 300, China Southern 1328. Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15. Turn right heading 050, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. China Southern 157 India November is 24 nautical miles south of Kunming Changshui at 32,300 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 157 India November, turn left heading 340, descend and maintain 16,000. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 100. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, reduce speed to 220 knots. China Southern 5528 Super, turn right heading 040. Reduce speed to 220 knots. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 360.
Turn right heading 040, China Southern 5528 Super.
China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 180, maintain 13,000, maintain 13,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21 approach.
Turn right heading 180, maintain 13,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, China Southern 214 India November.
Turn left heading 350, China Southern 3419.
Roger, Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf.
China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, descend and maintain 12,000. Descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 159 X-Ray Super. Kunming approach, turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 13,000. China Southern 1328, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer. China Southern 214 India November, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. China
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, China Southern 214 India November.
Air Stopper 705, requesting ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui.
China Southern 3419, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Reduce speed to 180 knots, China Southern 3419.
China Eastern 5734, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Eastern 5734, reduce speed to 200 knots. UPS 001 Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Eastern 5734. China Southern 159 X-Ray Super, turn right heading 110. China Southern 5528 Super, turn right heading 070.
Turn right heading 070, China Southern 5528 Super.
Air China 017, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui.
Reduce speed to 250 knots, Air China 017.
Papa 4 Sierra Hotel Alpha, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 203 India November, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15. China Southern 3419, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15. Kunming approach, China Southern 214 India November, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. China
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 5528 Super, descend and maintain 11,000.
Chongqing 96 Heavy.
Number 1, clear to land, runway 21,
Executing missed approach, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 214 India November, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1.
Thank you, good day,
Contacting Kunming Changshui, executing missed approach, China Southern 214 India November.
Dynasty 520 Heavy, wind calm, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff, fly runway heading until at or above 11,000 feet.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22 left, Dynasty 520 Heavy. Kunming Changshui Tower, Oscar Kilo Juliet Alpha Alpha November uniform, ready for departure in sequence at runway 22 left, departing west. China Southern 1328, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1.
Chongqing 96 Heavy, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco.
China Southern 214 India November, wind calm, number 1, runway 21, cleared to land.
Executing missed approach, China Southern 214 India November.
Oscar Kilo Juliet Alpha Alpha November uniform, wind calm, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff. China Southern 214 India November, go around, fly runway heading runway 21.
Going around, fly runway heading runway 21, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 3420, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. China Southern 3420, good day.
Bravo 32 Foxtrot 0, frequency change approved, good day. Dynasty 520 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. Bravo 32 Foxtrot 0, good day.
China Southern 214 India November, request frequency change.
Number 1, clear to land, runway 22 left, China Southern 608 India November. China Southern 159 X-ray Super, wind calm, number 1, runway 21, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 21, China Southern 159 X-ray Super.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Royal Air Maroc 3267, ready for departure at runway 22 left, departing east.
Royal Air Maroc 3267, continue taxi. China Southern 214 India November, contact Kunming approach on 121.15.
Contacting Kunming approach on 121.15, China Southern 214 India November is 8 nautical miles southwest of Kunming Changshui at 13,000 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui.
Air China 017, please expedite altitude change.
China Southern 3419, request frequency change.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Air China 017.
China Southern 2645, turn right heading 040. China Southern 2645, descend and maintain 13,000.
Turn right heading 250, maintain 11,000. Maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21, China Southern 5528 Super.
Victor Hotel Alpha November Golf, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. Turn right heading 040, Cathay 67 Heavy. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. China Southern 214 India November, execute missed approach, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 13,000.
Executing missed approach, turn right heading 310, maintain 13,000, China Southern 214 India November.
Turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 203 India November. China Southern 3419, turn right heading 030, descend and maintain 14,000. Air Soffer 705, descend and maintain 12,000. China Southern 279 Juliet X-ray, you're in an active airspace, please contact Kunming approach on 121.15.
Descend and maintain 12,000, Air Soffer 705.
China Southern 276 Victor Golf, descend and maintain 14,000. Descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 276 Victor Golf. Air India 720 Charlie India Heavy, turn right heading 300. Turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 16,000, Air India 2812 Heavy. Turn right heading 160, China Southern 157 India November.
China Southern 279 Juliet X-ray is 28 nautical miles south of Kunming Changshui at 30,300 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui.
Cathay 67 Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots, Cathay 6.
China Southern 214 India November, requesting descent to 11,000.
Turn left heading 330, Papa 4 Sierra Hotel Alpha.
China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 010. China Southern
Turn right heading 010, China Southern 214 India November.
Air Stopper 705, turn right heading 040. 9 Golf Kilo Charlie Bravo Heavy, turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 16,000.
Turn right heading 040, Air Stopper 705.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, requesting descent to 3,000. China Southern 004 Juliet X-Ray, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui.
Turn right heading 040, descend and maintain 14,000, China Southern 279 Juliet X-Ray.
China Southern 017 Golf Golf, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 2645, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 21 at Kunming Changshui. Reduce speed to 180 knots, Cathay 67 Heavy. Air India 720 Charlie India Heavy, turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 12,000, maintain 12,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Reduce speed to 200 knots, Air India 2812 Heavy. China Southern 3419, execute missed approach, turn right heading 280, climb and maintain 13,000.
China Southern 37 Echo, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui.
China Southern 5656 Heavy, requesting ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, please follow instructions or you will be reported. Descend and maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie.
Turn left heading 270, Papa 4 Sierra Hotel Alpha.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, execute missed approach, turn right heading 300, climb and maintain 13,000. China Southern 341, China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 050. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 11,000. China Southern 004 Juliet X-Ray, descend.
Turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 11,000, China Southern 214 India November.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 300.
Turn right heading 320, China Southern 3419.
Turn right heading 300, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie.
Requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui.
Air India 2812 Heavy, turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 14,000, maintain 14,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. China Southern 203 India November, turn left heading 300, maintain 12,000. Air India 2812 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Air India 2812 Heavy. Roger, China Southern 3419.
Xiamen Air 8306, requesting ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. Turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 13,000, China Southern 017 Golf Golf.
China Southern 216 India November, turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 16,000. China Southern 3419, requesting ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 005 Golf Golf, descend and maintain 16,000. Descend and maintain 16,000, China Southern 005 Golf Golf.
Turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 16,000, China Southern 216 India November.
Maintain 160 knots until 4 mile final, Air India 2812 Heavy. Turn left heading 250, China Southern 203 India November. Air India 2812 Heavy, execute missed approach, turn left heading 170, descend and maintain 14,000. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 360. India Juliet November Charlie Oscar, turn right heading 080. Turn right heading 080, India Juliet November Charlie Oscar. Air India 2812 Heavy, reduce speed to 160 knots. China Southern 203 India November, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 10,000, maintain 10,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 040. China Southern 017 Golf Golf, descend and maintain 12,000.
Turn right heading 050, China Southern 3419.
Air India 2812 Heavy, turn right heading 260, descend and maintain 12,000, maintain 12,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. India Juliet November Charlie Oscar, turn right heading 130.
Xiamen Air 8306, requesting radar vectors to Kunming Changshui.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn left heading 340. China Southern 214 India November, reduce speed to 200 knots. China Southern
Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 214 India November.
China Southern 3419, reduce speed to 220 knots. Papa 4 Sierra Hotel Alpha, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1.
Reduce speed to 220 knots, China Southern 3419.
China Southern 3419, turn left heading 330.
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, Papa 4 Sierra Hotel Alpha.
China Southern 279 Juliet X-Ray, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 10,000. China Southern 3419, turn left heading 320. Cathay 67 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. India Juliet November Charlie Oscar, reduce speed to 180 knots. China Southern 004 Juliet X-Ray, turn right heading 120. India Juliet November Charlie Oscar, turn right heading 170, descend and maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21 approach. Turn left heading 300, descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 2371. China Southern 276 Victor Golf, turn right heading 050. Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie, turn left heading 310. Turn left heading 310, China Southern 5656 Heavy. Bravo 606 Charlie Alpha Heavy, make a left 360. Making a left 360, Bravo 606 Charlie Alpha Heavy. China Southern 3419, turn left heading 290. Turn left heading 290, China Southern 3419. China Southern 203 India November, request frequency change. China Southern 2645, contact Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1. China Southern 279 Juliet X-Ray, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 100. China Southern 3419, reduce speed to 200 knots. China Southern 216 India November, turn right heading 050.
Turn right heading 330, China Southern 37 Echo.
China Southern 133 India November, turn right heading 040, descend and maintain 12,000. Turn right heading 040, descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 133 India November. Turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 14,000, Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie. China Southern 200 India November, turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 16,000. China Southern 017 Golf Golf, turn right heading 130.
Turn right heading 130, China Southern 017 Golf Golf.
Turn right heading 190, maintain 13,000, maintain 13,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, China Southern 004 Juliet X-Ray. Shandong 4618, turn left heading 180, descend and maintain 12,000. Turn left heading 180. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 140. Turn right heading 350.
Turn right heading 140, China Southern 214 India November.
Requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, 9 Golf Kilo Charlie Bravo Heavy. Air India 2812 Heavy, contact Kunming Changshui Tower. China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 170. Turn left.
Turn right heading 170, China Southern 214 India November.
Turn right heading 060, 9 Golf Kilo Charlie Bravo Heavy. China Southern 216 India November, turn right heading 070. China Southern 3419, turn right heading 030. China Southern 5656 Heavy, turn right heading 360. Turn right heading 030, China Southern 3419. Turn right heading 340.
Turn right.
China Southern 214 India November, turn right heading 190, maintain 11,000, maintain 11,000 until
Turn right heading 190, maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, China Southern 214 India November.
Airstopper 705, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. Airstopper 705, turn left heading 250, maintain 10,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach.
Turn left heading 250, maintain 10,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left, Airstopper 705.
Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, India Juliet November Charlie Oscar. Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, China Southern 004 Juliet X-ray. Shandong 4618, turn left heading 030. Turn right heading 120, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. Make a left 360. Etihad 557, make a left 360. Emirates 009 Victor Alpha, make a left 360. China Southern 2371, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 2371, reduce speed to 200 knots. Sichuan 820 Sierra Charlie, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 22 left at Kunming Changshui. China Southern 276 Victor Golf, descend and maintain 10,000. Turn left heading 020, Shandong 4618.
Descend and maintain 12,000, China Southern 726 India November.
Descend and maintain 10,000, China Southern 276 Victor Golf.
Turn right heading 100, China Southern 3419.
Turn right heading 040, Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie. EVA 864 Heavy is 20 nautical miles south of Kunming Changshui at 18,900 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Kunming Changshui.
Turn right heading 020.
Turn left heading 240, maintain 10,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left, Sichuan 820 Sierra Charlie. Turn right heading 190, descend and maintain 11,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. China Southern 216 India November, descend and maintain 13,000. Maintain flight level 180.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 216 India November. Maintain flight level 180.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Southern 3419. Shandong 4618, turn left heading 320, climb and maintain 14,000. Turn left heading 250, maintain 12,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left, China Southern 2371. Xiamen Air 8306, turn left heading 340, descend and maintain 14,000. China Southern 216 India November, turn left heading 050.
Turn left heading 340, descend and maintain 14,000, Xiamen Air 8306.
Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots. Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie.
Reduce speed to 200 knots. Contacting Kunming Changshui Tower on 118.1, China Southern 017 Golf Golf.
Sichuan East 20 Sierra Charlie, turn left heading 170, descend and maintain 9,000, maintain 9,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach. Turn right heading 220, descend and maintain 13,000, maintain 13,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 21, 9 Golf Kilo Charlie Bravo Heavy. Turn left heading 270, China Southern 276 Victor Golf. Turn left heading 190, Shandong 4618.
Turn left heading 040, China Southern 200 India November.
China Southern 214 India November, request frequency change.
Sichuan 70.
Kunming Changshui Tower, China Southern 214 India November, inbound on the ILS runway 21 with information Alpha.
China Southern 214 India November, wind calm, number 1, runway 21, cleared to land.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 21, China Southern 214 India November.
Air China 017, request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Sichuan 820 Sierra Charlie, inbound on the ILS runway 21. Kunming Changshui Tower, China Southern 2371, inbound on the ILS runway 22 left with information Alpha.
China Southern 017 Golf Golf, request frequency change.
Sichuan 723 Sierra Charlie, is on right downwind runway 21, full stop. China Southern 017 Golf Golf, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, inbound on the ILS runway 21.
Wilco, China Southern 017 Golf Golf.
Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, wind calm, number 2, runway 21, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 21, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie. Kunming Changshui Tower, China Southern 005 Golf Golf is 24 nautical miles to the northeast at 14,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 22 left. Kunming Changshui Tower, Sichuan 820 Sierra Charlie, inbound on the ILS runway 21.
50.
Sichuan 723 Sierra Charlie, enter right downwind runway 21.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Sichuan 271 Sierra Charlie is 21 nautical miles to the northwest at 14,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 21.
China Southern 2371, enter straight in runway 22 left.
Enter straight in runway 22 left, China Southern 2371.
Sichuan 820 Sierra Charlie, wind calm, number 1, runway 21, cleared to land.
Kunming Changshui Tower, China Eastern 1619, ready for departure at runway 22 left, departing north.
Crossing runway 22 left, Air China 017.
China Eastern 1619, wind calm, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff.
Kunming Changshui Tower, Xiamen Air 8306, inbound on the ILS runway 22 left with information Alpha.
Kunming Changshui Tower, 9 Golf Kilo Charlie Bravo Heavy is 8 nautical miles to the northeast at 9,700 feet, inbound for landing.
China Southern 214 India November, request frequency change.
Kunming Changshui Tower, China Southern 3419 is 24 nautical miles to the north at 13,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 21.
Going around, China Southern 216 India November.
Xiamen Air 8306. Enter left downwind runway 22 left. Number 3, traffic to follow is on left base.
China Southern 216 India November. Disregard last message.
Kunming Changshui ground, China Southern 214 India November. Request taxi to S132 at the satellite building 1.
Kunming Changshui ground, November 749 Juliet Alpha, ready to taxi with information Alpha. Kunming Changshui ground, November 1969, ready to taxi to runway 22 left with information Alpha.
B737 Bravo, request frequency change.
Kunming Changshui ground, Air China 017, request taxi to gate 121 at the Terminal 1. Kunming Changshui ground, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, request taxi to S110 at the satellite building 1. Thank you, good day, China Southern 3419.
Taxi to parking, China Southern 279 Juliet X-ray. Thank you, good day, China Southern 279 Juliet X-ray.
Air China 017, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 121 via uniform. November 749 Juliet Alpha, runway 22 left, taxi via Sierra, Bravo, Bravo 1, contact tower when ready. Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie, taxi to satellite building 1 S110 via Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot, November.
Taxiing to satellite building 1 S110 via Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot, November, Sichuan 706 Sierra Charlie.
Attention all aircraft, Kunming Changshui ground is now closed, good day.
Taxiing to runway 22 left via Sierra, Bravo, Bravo 1, November 749 Juliet Alpha.
Kunming Changshui traffic, China Southern 726 India November is 27 nautical miles to the northeast at 10,500 feet, inbound for landing, will make straight in for runway 22 left. Kunming Changshui traffic, China Southern 216 India November is 11 nautical miles to the northeast at 10,000 feet, inbound for landing, will make straight in for runway 21.
Kunming Changshui traffic, China Southern 200 India November is on final, runway 22 left.
Kunming Changshui traffic, China Southern 005